Last week, we talked about letting go and leaning in. The week before, we talked about creating a support system. What are we going to talk today? Oh, we're going to talk something very, very important. We're going to talk about emotional mastery. What are we talking about? We are talking about our journey with our children, our parenting journey with our children, with our teenagers. Welcome, parents, teachers, caretakers, and grandparents. Today, we will talk about that emotional mastery. See, I begin to see when I counsel a lot of children, I also tend to meet the parents. Now, when I meet the parents, I begin to realize there is a lot of toxic emotions that's going on. A lot of rising up that's going on. A lot of times our own inner self is not at calm. So, especially when the children are very young, it's okay. When they are babies, it's okay. We are just, in a place, doing things. We take care of them. But as they start growing up, especially as they become teenagers, some of our unrest that is deep inside, it starts to leak out. It starts leaking out. That's where conflicts begin to happen. This week I had to spend time with a lovely father and mother. They're so lovely, I would say, because in spite of the issues that was there between the father and the daughter, it was interesting that they came in for counseling and they said, we want to hear, we want to change. See, working with our children, working with our teenagers, sometimes it's a very important journey. And in that journey, emotional mastery is going to be very critical. Now, there's one very key thing in emotional mastery. It's all about how we handle our toxic emotions. Now, what's toxic emotions? Now, toxic emotions are so combined, many a times we don't even know what emotion is actually leading us into a slippery slope. So, how do you handle toxic emotions? One key thing is that we need to learn to segregate the emotions and deal with one emotion at a time first. One of the key things in dealing with toxic emotions as parents, as teachers, as caretakers, as grandparents is this. If we can start having an attitude of gratitude and being thankful. Now, being thankful would really rise our spirit up. We will not sit there and grumble. We will not sit there all the time in frustration. We will try to see the good things in our children, good things in our lives, good things in our families, and we will try to thank God for the good things that's happening in. So, thankfulness and gratitude is going to be very critical. Sometimes, when I said this, one other person asked me this question and said, I don't feel like being thankful, If I see certain things, I'm a little thankful about it, but it doesn't come as part of me. Yes, initially it will not. But as we continue to persevere being thankful and having that attitude of gratitude, we continue to persevere in that place. I'm telling you, over a period of time, there will be a true sense of thankfulness and gratitude that will begin to blossom. A true sense of thankfulness and gratitude that will begin to rise up in our hearts. See, that's the only way we can change things around us and in a place where we can handle our emotions very carefully. A lot of the damage that's happening today, a lot of our teenagers, a lot of the young people are hurting today is because as parents, I'm telling you, as parents, as parents, sometimes we have not mastered our emotions. We've been very quick. No, you know that, right? In our offices, in our places, we are very careful with our emotions, right? How we begin to react and things. But inside the house, we are not. With our spouses, we are not sometimes. Why? It's a known factor. They know me. Yeah, I know them. Familiarity brings that place. Now, that's where our children can get hurt. That's where our teenagers can get hurt. Emotional mastery is going to be a very critical pointer for us to deal with in our journey, our parenting journey with our children, with our teenagers. It's very, very critical. Parents, teachers, caretakers, and grandparents, thank you so much for coming back again and again. I believe that these episodes are becoming a blessing for you. If you are blessed, share it with someone. We talked about something very important, emotional mastery. In that, we talked about how we deal with toxic emotions. And then we talked about how do we deal with it, a lot of different ways, but one critical place is having an attitude of gratitude and being thankful to the things around. Till a point we see a true sense of thankfulness and gratitude that begins to go forth. That's what we need to be. Thank you for being there.